Hey everyone, it's Andy with this week's Tips for Work and Life. Today we're going to talk about the second job interview. You know the one. They loved you so much the first time, they invited you back. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you 3 great tips. And these 3 tips are the exact same tips I gave one of my Interview Intervention course students, Hannah. She used them to get the job on her second interview. So Hannah, if you're watching, shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying the new job. For the rest of you, I want you to know the second interviews are not much different tactically in the techniques that I would use than the first interview. So all of those other videos I've created on job interview tactics, those apply. Plus, if you haven't seen it, my free webinar, 3 Keys to Ace Any Job Interview, will teach you how to answer and ask questions in a job interview. So I would check all that out. It's great foundational stuff. You want to use all those same tactics. But in the second round, second job interview, this is about building a deeper connection, a deeper relationship, building more chemistry with the entire company, and it is about getting them to imagine you as part of the team. What will their life be like? You almost want them feeling as though you're part of the team, so how do you do that? So let's go into those 3 tips. Now, sometimes when you're invited back, you are speaking with the same people that you spoke with the first time, sometimes not, sometimes they're new people, sometimes there's a mixture. But use these tactics across. Just apply whatever is appropriate based on who you're speaking with. Now, the first technique that I would use is when you are speaking with somebody that you have previously spoken to, whether on the phone or in an interview, what I want you to do is I want you to use a technique I call ask again. So something that you and they have already talked about, what I want you to do is on the second round, say to them, you know, last time we were here you mentioned, and then just talk about whatever it was, and it really stuck with me. And you know, I thought more about it, and you know, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. Could you elaborate on and then insert whatever additional areas you want to investigate, and then start a deeper discussion on something you've already spoken about? Having more conversation around something that both of you find very, very important builds a deeper relationship. It's really important to take some of the areas that you spoke about and drill down. Having that great dialogue is really, really going to help you build a relationship with that person if you have an opportunity to speak to that person again. So that's one tactic. The second tactic is I want you to make sure that you are asking new questions. So if you are speaking with somebody who you've already spoken with previously, you want to make sure that you're asking him or her a new batch of questions as well. And if you're speaking with people you haven't spoke with, just make sure you have lots and lots of great questions. Now, one of the ways, if you're not sure how are you going to get those questions, go to my free webinar that I mentioned earlier, 3 Keys to Ace Any Job Interview. Everybody who attends that webinar gets a free ebook called How to Interview the Employer, 75 great questions to ask before you take any job. You will never run out of questions, but you want to make sure that you have more and additional questions, because what that shows is you are well researched and you are very, very interested in investigating this company further, and that you're doing it in a smart way. And then the third tip is you want to make sure that you're being inclusive of other people. So by that I mean you're making sure that you're referencing conversations you've had with others in the organization. Now you can even use this in the first round interviews. So whether you're speaking with somebody you've previously spoken with or you're speaking with new people, one of the best tactics you can use is to refer what you and someone else spoke about and then ask for their opinion. So for example, hey, you know, I talked with Susie the other day and she mentioned this. I love that. I would love to get your insight on that, and I was wondering if you could elaborate that and how you feel about that. What you want to do then is look at who you're speaking with. Is this a subordinate of Susie's? Is it a peer? Is it a superior? And then just angle the trajectory of your questioning and take it in the direction of that particular individual. What you're doing is you're showing them that not only did you enjoy speaking with Susie and you found what she said delightful, but you also want their opinion, so you value their opinion, and you're appearing as though you're a team player. As you start to reference others in the organization in a sincere way, that will make them already feel like you are part of the team. And what that also does is it gives you an opportunity to make sure that there's a level of consistency across their responses. Are they all on the same page? It's a nice little bonus for that question. But it really gets them to feel as though you are part of the team when you start to include other people's names and refer to what it is that you spoke about with them in a positive light. So there you have it, three little techniques. So you want to ask things again. You want to make sure that you're digging a little deeper. You want to ask more questions to show that you are very well researched, and you want to be very inclusive of others in the organization in your dialogue to show that you're a team player and to gather some insight to make sure that you're getting consistent answers. So I hope you enjoyed these tricks. Definitely check out my free webinar, 3 Keys to Ace Any Job Interview. It'll teach you an awful lot about how to answer and ask questions in a job interview. If you are watching this anywhere other than my Tips for Work and Life blog, jump onto the blog. I got loads more free stuff. And if you love this video, give me a like, a comment, and a share. I always love to hear your feedback. Until next week, have a great one.